It's November 1st. Today we're working on what I call productive procrastination because I have one assignment due tomorrow and one assignment due on Tuesday and I don't want to do it. But I don't want to feel bad about not doing them, so I'm going to do things in my house that like really need to be done to procrastinate doing those assignments. And it'll still be productive, but I just won't have to do what I don't want to do, right? Right? Anyway, cue the procrastination monologue.
Look at these cute puppies, he's being so cute. Look, I sit down. Look, I sit down and be cute again.
Millie like really wants the microphone scruffy puffy thingy on my camera. You can't have that. We can't have that. I've done all the procrastinating I'm gonna be able to do. I gotta work on the homework. So I finished one assignment, got it turned in, and I finished all my discussion boards for the week. The bane of my existence are freaking discussion boards. That's besides the point. And I wrote about 100 words on my other essay that's due this week. So I think I'm doing pretty good. So it's like 8 o'clock and I think that I'm gonna be done for the night. I'm going to sleep and we'll try again tomorrow. I gotta focus. I'm shifting into soup mode. So this week in my information and resources for children's class, we are focusing on sci-fi. And while we all know I am a fantasy girly through and through, I have not dabbled in science fiction probably since I was in high school. Mostly because I think it's a little much for my little pea brain, okay? Anyway, this is a class for like children and their kind of needs and what they look for, what they need in a library. So we've done a lot of picture books, and now we're moving on to more like kind of middle grade stuff. So I had to pick a science fiction book. So of course I found one that has a dragon in the title. I'm going to attempt to read Dragon Pearl, which is a space opera, but it is supposed to be inspired by like Korean folklore and mythology, which of course is right up my alley. So I'm gonna get started on reading that tonight and we shall see how that goes.
Are you really a grad student if you don't have a meltdown at least once a week?
It's been a very not good week in Nydia world this week. I have cried a lot. It's been a rough time. School is just kicking my butt. You know, it's week 11 and that's when things really start, you know, hitting the fan. I have no time for my hobbies because all I'm doing is schoolwork. And then I'm working, you know, full time all day. And it's been a whole lot. But it is finally Friday night. And I have all of my homework for the week done. So I think tonight I'm seriously just gonna veg. I've done some photo editing and some video editing, and I have all my homework done. I vacuumed my living room because I finally fixed my vacuum. I have a load of laundry that is in the dryer, and I think I'm gonna just chill. And it's been so long since I've just chilled that I'm not really sure if I know how to do it anymore. So, we'll see. Are you ready for bed? So here's the deal. I have a work trip coming up this week that I have like nothing for. I need like toiletries and all the things for it. I'm flying, it's in St. Louis, so I think I'm gonna spend the day trying to get my life together and get all that stuff together. So let's go. First stop is TJ Maxx. So TJ Maxx was kind of a big bust, but I did find this blanket that I really liked, and I didn't want to wait in line to buy it, but now I kind of wish that I did. And there's a Home Goods over here by where a few other stops that I want to make, so I thought I'm gonna go see if I can find it. Finding this blanket has become quite the side quest. I should have just bought the one I found, but now I'm going to Marshall's. We shall see. That search for the perfect throw blanket took me way too long. So now I actually have to get all the things on my list that I needed to get today. Ma'am. So the goal today was to get some like last minute things for my upcoming work trip. First things first, if you see a blanket at TJ Maxx and you think, oh, I don't need that, I don't want to wait in the line for it, get it anyway, because then what happens is you end up like me and you go to 3 stores looking for a similar thing and you don't find it. But I did find a blanket that I think I will like better. It is this really pretty green. It is like a muslin material, and it's got some like tassels and stuff. So I found this. It's got some tassels. It's very soft. It's just nice. It's kind of rough, but like in a good way. So I'm excited about that. I have absolutely been on the hunt for a new foundation for like a year now, because I'm very picky about my foundations because I want it to be sheer, but I also want it to be buildable, but I don't want to feel like I have stuff on my face, and I want it to be really easy to apply. I am very tired of like back of the hand liquid foundation, that sort of thing. So when I was at Marshall's, I was right by Ulta, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go in and see what they have. So I stumbled upon the Ilia Skin Rewind Complexion Stick. I really liked the way this felt. My biggest thing about a foundation stick is I'm like, is it gonna dry out? And the testers were all still really creamy, even though I'm assuming they've been opened and people have been touching them and everything. So that was a good sign for me. I also always look at reviews. If I find something in store, I'll pull up the reviews on the app, and it had really good reviews. And I liked the way it felt when I tried it on. I decided to splurge a little bit because this is a lot more than I would ever normally spend on a makeup product because it was $48. But I'm hoping that that means it's gonna last me a while and that you'll really like it. So I will keep you updated on that. Because I needed toiletries. I got a little baby of the Bioma Hydrating Milky Toner. Look how cute it is. It's like so small. On the toiletry front as well, I needed some new lotion. So I decided to try the EOS body lotion. This is the Creme de Pistachio. I smelled the cashmere one and it was too sweet for me. Like, this is a little bit more nuttier. It reminds me a lot of the Sol de Janeiro, like their famous Bum Bum scent. And I thought it would layer nicely with my new perfume that I got, which is like a vanilla cashmere situation. So I'm excited about that. I really needed a new like body lotion. I also got not one, but two dry shampoo Batiste travel size of their original dry shampoo. And I also always get travel size of my body wash and my deodorant and also Q-tips, because every time I buy one of these I think, oh, I'm gonna keep this container and just refill it, and I never do. So maybe this will be the time that I do. Then I also needed a few more like just basic makeup things. This is my favorite eyeliner. It's the Hyper Easy eyeliner pen by Maybelline, and it's in like a chocolate brown. This is like the best brown, and it's not streaky, and it doesn't irritate my eyes. I have kind of sensitive eyes, and it doesn't come off because my eyes also water a lot. So this is really good. And I needed a new mascara. So I decided to try the Sky High mascara. Again, I've tried this before. I don't remember feeling any particular way about it. But they had it in a true brown and not like just like a blackish brown, and I prefer more of like a true brown mascara and eyeliner situation, because I feel like black just looks a little too harsh on my lines. I'm a very neutral, natural makeup girly. So I got that, and I have been in need of a good like lip balm for a while, so I grabbed the Coco Kind Ceramide Lip Blur Balm. I also got this really cute hair clip because it's almost Christmas and I needed it. And then I needed some chocolate snacks for the plane. My last stop is a place that never fails me no matter how much I hate it, but the Walmart. I wanted some new pajamas that I could take with me on my trip that were like not short. So I found these really cute pajama pants. They have bows on them that I decided to grab, and then I just got like a plain black shirt to go along with them. Walmart pajamas are my favorite. This is a Joyce Bunn brand. So that was all my things that I bought, some of which were unnecessary, some of them I actually really did need. So now I have to get pack-a-lackin'. Ooh. Well, here we go. Hello friends. I got off the plane from St. Louis yesterday and got home at about 3 o'clock and promptly took a 14-hour nap. I don't know what planet I'm on. I just know it's the next day. So yeah, I actually have a Friendsgiving to go to here in a few hours. So I am working on the stuffing, aka the dressing, whatever you want to call it. I call it stuffing even though that is not correct because I never actually stuff it in a bird. But that is what we're working on today. So let's get going. I got this new apron and I'm like absolutely obsessed with it. It's like one of those no tie ones. Highly recommend. My poultry seasoning is hiding from me. Our dish is ready and we are gonna get going with this. And there she is. Stuffing is literally my favorite thing ever. While we're waiting for that to cook, I have to tell you this story. Stuffing is one of those things that is very nostalgic to me. My grandma used to always make it growing up. and it was always my favorite thing that we would have at Thanksgiving. And unfortunately, she's kind of been in ill health for the past few years. And with that, she not only doesn't really have the ability to cook as much anymore, which was like one of her love languages. She loved cooking for people, but she also doesn't really have the cognitive ability and like the memory to remember how she would make things or remember any of the recipes that she would like know by heart. I wished for a while that we had her write down a lot of these recipes before her health really started declining, so we would have them. So last year was really the first Thanksgiving where she wasn't able to really make anything, and so I took on the challenge of making the stuffing because it was my favorite, and I was determined I was going to figure it out. And when I tell you, it took me like so many recipes of trial and error before I kind of figured out like a modge podge of different pieces from different people on how to make this. So every time I make it and it comes out right, I'm like, did it. Because last year she said, oh my gosh, Nydia, did you have my recipe for this? Because it tastes just like it. And I was like, no. So that's what was really meaningful for me. So whenever I make this, I get kind of a little bit teary-eyed. She's Gorgina. The grind begins again. This week is poetry week. So I have some different poetry. I'm going to be reading poetry specifically for children. I also have a couple of major like assignments due this week before Thanksgiving break. I just finished one of them today. So I'm feeling pretty good about things at the moment. So I think I am gonna jump in the shower for the night, and then I think I am going to read a little bit of poetry. So let's do it. We've officially made it to Thanksgiving break. I'm so ready. I'm so ready to sleep. I am going to spend the next few days cooking for my family for one, and also sleeping for two, and also for three, I am going to be reading whatever I want to read. That is not a picture book or a middle grade book. I am so excited. I'm so excited for a break, and then there's 2 weeks left in the semester, so I'm hoping that I can make it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, let me know what your favorite Thanksgiving recipe is in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.